Morning. Ryder here with another little update on the hive, and been sitting here for a couple minutes. Oh, look, there was somebody that wasn't a wanted guest. But I'm looking to see if there's any pollen coming in. I obviously can't tell if there's any nectar coming in because that would be in one of the bees' stomachs. But I have not seen any pollen coming into this. Watch it for another minute or two, see if I see any bees coming in with pollen on their legs. So, kind of curious what's going on with this hive. At least I stopped the ant problem. There was a little ant issue with this hive. They're coming for the sugar and honey. Yeah, lots of activity though, so I'm pleased to see that, as long as these aren't robbers from other colonies. That was pollen. I just saw pollen. So there goes another one. So not large amounts of pollen, but I just saw two in a row that had pollen on their legs. That's the sign I wanted to see. That's a good thing. So hopefully when we do the hive inspection this weekend, we will see that there's a queen in there laying eggs. It's just, what, Tuesday right now? So, yeah, another 5 days. Hopefully there'll be a fertilized queen. That bee looks injured. That was definitely pollen. You had to have seen that one. Yeah, this one bee looks a little injured, but took off in flight just fine. So, not sure what's going on here. There's a couple of them walking around doing a funny little walk. It's not a waggle dance that I can tell. Hopefully they don't have a parasite of some sort. Let's move over to another hive. I got a few minutes. I'm waiting for a client. Here you can see there's lots of activity. Now this was the second swarm capture, and the light's not the best here because the sun's not shining on the entrance itself, but we'll see some of the bees coming in. Mostly nectar. And this hive's definitely going good. And as you can see, there's the sad end of life story there, but is that a flower? Yeah, no, it's a bee. So you can still get stung by a bee that's dead like that. And it always reminds me of Monty Python's Bring Out Your Dead. Okay, let's walk over and take a look at another one. This is the raised bed I'll be working on later on today. This is one that's already been souped up. I added some compost from my compost pile, and I added some from the bag. And this one's all ready to go. This one's ready to be planted. And same thing, some compost from that compost pile over there. So there's some worms in there, and so a lot of castings and some good soil, and some of the bags. And then here's some pumpkin plants that I transplanted out of the compost pile. I'm not really concerned whether they live or die. That's not a planned planting. It's just kind of recycling. So this one's doing really good. There, already saw two right away bringing in pollen. So there is a queen laying eggs in there, and I did see her, but I haven't seen any eggs or larvae yet. No brood cells yet. But we're going to inspect this again this weekend. You can see there's a lot of bees coming in with pollen here. One thing I saw that was really interesting was some bright red pollen. There was one that had some orange and a very bright orange color on it. It is just amazing how they attach all that pollen to their legs and still manage to make it home. Okay. So it says I have the incorrect password for my Wi-Fi. Let's try to rejoin my Wi-Fi. There we go. I was able to rejoin my Wi-Fi. I have no idea why it didn't like the same password that I just put in now. Let's move over to the last hive. So we've checked those. Here's the, I'd say it probably took 3 cubic feet and added it to those raised beds. Brought them up a little bit, weeded them all out, and I put the seed them all along the edges, and that should help keep moisture in, help it from wicking out through the cinder block. There's my little dog over there. Not sure what she's doing. Renette, what you doing? What you doing? She's waiting to hear a cat. All right. Yeah, some beautiful flowers on the way. Go look at the last hive. And need to tighten that screw up a little bit. That should be closed. Sorry for the pauses. I am a pretty good distance away from the router modem. But this looks like they're doing really good. Hi, Julie. So, I'm not opening up any of these hives. It's a little bit cooler right now. There is the possibility of rain on Sunday, so most likely. Darn, camera disconnected right then when I saw a bee come in with a ton of pollen on it. But this hive's doing wonderfully. We'll do an inspection on this hive on Saturday, as well as the other 3, and see where we are in the process of developing new colonies. I'm very hopeful at this point in time. All 4 hives look like they're doing well. All right, well, that's it for now. Nice shot. See some pretty flowers. Some of my mini projects. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be safe. Ryder out.